Hello guys, once again I'm walking the cow and today we're taking a look at a Commodore Amiga game. This is the first of many, there's lots and lots of Amiga games coming on this channel. And today we're taking a look at Brian the Lion, and this is from 1993 I believe, I'll just double check. No, it's from 1994. Developed by Reflections, published by the great Psygnosis. I've got to say, this is probably one of my least favourite Psygnosis games. And so it's Brian the Lion. There's Brian. He is a lion, and this is a platform game. And yeah, it's kind of. I mean, as a kid, I did like it, and as a young one, I did like it. But my only complaint with it as a child was that I found it ridiculously difficult. It might have just been me, and maybe I was just shit at games, but yeah, I found it pretty difficult. And looking back at it, I mean, it's no wonder it's not like a massive title or anything. I mean, it were released solely on the Amiga, on the Commodore Amiga, and I believe it may have got a CD-TV version. Yeah, it got an Amiga CD32 version released. I'm guessing the same year. And I think, like, not only by 1994 were the Amiga on its way out, but I think by 1994 people had probably got tired of playing as like cute little animals and in platform games. And I mean, this is just one of the many problems with it. Now, like I said, as a kid, my only problem with this game was I found it hard, but I'd still play it. But as an adult and like being like, kind of like analysing it, it's just like one of the main problems, I'll say this, one of the main problems is if you're going to have a cartoon-based kids platform type game, then you need to have a main character that's got something about him. Like, I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog has got a personality, Mario, Luigi have got personalities. I mean, even Alfred Chicken's got a personality. And but Brian is just like a wet fart. He's just, there's nothing about him. It's like you could easily play this game for 5 minutes, never play it again, and you'll never remember Brian the Lion, because there's nothing special about him. That's the problem. It's just a very, very mediocre game. So you can see you work your way around levels. You've got your scratch and you've got your jump. You can jump on enemies' heads just like Super Mario. But I mean, even the enemies, look, they're just so boring and dull. And the funny thing about this is, a couple of years ago, I started looking in, started taking the Amiga a bit more seriously, and I wanted to find this game. And it seems funny because with it being called Brian the Lion, you'd think I'd be able to remember it. All I could remember is that you played as a lion. And so I've tried loads of different searches. I knew it wasn't Lionheart, because Lionheart is like miles away from this game. Lionheart is one of my favourite platform games on the Amiga. It's also one of my favourite games. I will be looking at that in a couple of weeks. And so yeah, I finally found it, Brian the Lion, which are a bit of a smack in the face just how simple it is. Hi Brian, you won't be able to cross the Great Hole if you don't use Bertie the Bird's catapult. And how will I do that? Jump up on the catapult to wake Bertie up. He's always sleeping on the job. That's something I noticed with this game as well, playing it back. They seem to just take a load of things and put faces on them. Like, you got that diamond thing there, got a face. You got a little boxing glove up there, top left, he's got a face. Later on we meet, I don't know if it's like a hurricane or a tornado, he's got a face. And I don't know what would have made this game better. It's like, I feel really awful bad-mouthing Brian the Lion. Because, like I said, as a kid I did like it. And I liked it enough to remember it. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I'd recommend it. I wouldn't recommend it if you've never played it before and it's brand new to you. I wouldn't recommend it. You'll probably get more out of it from just watching this video. It's got the world map type thing, a bit like Super Mario Bros. 3, or a bit later on the Rayman game, the original Rayman. Not played any of the other ones actually, so I'm not sure if they have world maps on them. And one thing I kind of do like about this game is I do like the music. Apart from the fact that Brian the Lion is, as I said, really boring, a really dull character. Apart that aside, the design of the game is good. It's not something that's been just like thrown together. It's far from a pile of crap. So just look, you've got the background there, you've got the clouds. Brian's animated quite well. It's animated really well, actually. It does feel like you are controlling a cartoon. So they did get that right. It's just the enemies as well. The enemies are about as entertaining as Brian. They're just like really boring. And see, we got a mole. I think another thing that I think limits this game is the fact that you can only scratch and jump on the heads. You do get to a shop later on. After a few levels into the game, you do get to like a shop and you can spend those diamonds with the little faces on. And you can get upgrades. I'm trying to remember what the upgrades are. I know when you get the upgrades, they're not they're not like automatically assigned. You've got to select them, and I believe that they either last for the duration of the level or they only last for like a certain amount of time. I'm not sure whether I get up to the shop on this play actually. This is a pre-recorded bit of gameplay footage, obviously. See there, we've got a cloud with a face now. It's like, if in doubt, stick a face on it. That's what they were going for when they were making this game. But yeah, since here's a little store. Here's a rabbit with his little smiley face, shit-eating grin. Honest Books Galactic Megastore. So here's the stuff you can buy. A hit point. You get a better jump. And kind of like how this bit is designed though. I like the art design on this. You got like a little floating cloud shop. He's a friendly guy. What's his name? Honest Book. You'd have thought that they just made a game about Honest Book, because at least like you only see that guy in the shop. But again, he's got more personality than got far more personality than old Brian the Lion. So this is the first Amiga platform game I'll be showing on my channel. This is I'll be uploading this later today. Actually, I'm going out to a barbecue, so I'm gonna get this uploaded today. And yeah, I thought we'd start with this because it's probably my least favourite cartoon platform. There's the tornado with the face. It's probably my least favourite cartoon platform game on the Amiga. And like platform games on the Amiga, there's a lot to get at. There's a load of them. There's a whole bunch of them. Some are good, some are not so good, and some just like really suck. I suppose Brian the Lion's one of those that's just like, it's kind of like middle ground. It's nothing special, but it's definitely not a bad game. It's just like I said, the difficulty is a bit ridiculous, characters boring, but we do have some good platform games coming on this channel, especially the cartoony ones like we got Alfred Chicken, the Addams Family, which is possibly my favourite Amiga platform game. So I don't want to look at this game any longer. So this has been Brian the Lion, developed by Reflections, published by Psygnosis, 1994. It's entirely on the Amiga, and I think we're going to leave it there. So this has been Brian the Lion. I've been walking the cow. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye for now.